Hey there, it's Andrew Cartwright. I got some great information to share with you on this video. I have a special guest, which is absolutely incredible. I got the source of one of my tools to come on to the channel and share with us the backend tool that I use that people have created whole companies with. I'm going to put in your hands because on top of the fact that having a low credit score may make you feel completely stressed out, it also has the potential, and for a lot of people, it makes them feel completely helpless. Not only that, it could cost you thousands, and in some cases, hundreds of thousands of dollars in interest over the life of the loan. As you know, I've sold real estate, cars, done tens of thousands of loans, whether it's business, home. So I've seen this for myself firsthand. For example, if you go out and you buy a home for $500,000 and your credit score is 620, your interest rate at the time of recording this video would be 7.41%, and your monthly payment would be $3,486. Now, you do the math. Over the life of the loan, that's $755,000 you'll be paying. If you just added 60 points, and I'm going to give you a tool that could do this for your credit score, and you could apply again by raising it just 60 points, what would your interest rate be? It'd be 6.21. That's 1.2% roughly lower. And your monthly payment would be $3,089, which is better. Plus, you'd pay a total interest of $611,000, which means over the life of the loan, just with a few clicks and paying attention to your credit, taking control of it, you could save $144,000 over the life of the loan. And if you raised it to $760,000, you'd save $190,000. So I'm going to give you the tool that I use when this is a completely free tool that you can use. It's myfico.com credit education /calculators/loan savings calculator. That'll show you, and you could do it for yourself. I've done it for clients to say, hey, let's spend a month and let's rescore you. Let's rapidly fix this. There is absolutely no reason to be anxious. There are a vast number of ways to improve one's credit, pay off debt earlier, and in a reasonable time. Not forever. I'm going to include some unorthodox approaches as well. So I'm going to cover them all here. If you're trying to improve your credit score, but are currently battling with low credit score, you are in a better position to do so fast than somebody with a solid credit history. I know that sounds crazy. On this channel, I keep it real. I go deep. And I'm here to help you. Doing all these loans, I see it with my own eyes. And if you increase your score, believe me, doors are open for you. Can you increase your score by 100 points? The answer is yes. According to Rod Griffin, who is a senior director in public education and advocate of the credit agency Experian, if a person's current credit score is low, there's a greater possibility that they will be able to improve it by 100 points. This is because there is a much bigger chance of winning and an even smaller chance of leading to bigger points. So just little tweaks can be vast in your credit report. Also, I'm going to call the company I use to control my credit a tool that's only $22.95 that you can take control of your credit and not let your credit take control of you. Now let's jump into the video. My name is Andrew Cartwright, and I'm here to help you get money, leverage it, because that's how I've become a multimillionaire, decamillionaire, and how to invest it. And I can relate to where you've been. I've been broken, homeless, a multimillionaire 4 different times, and finally locked in, I believe, a lifelong success. And I'm looking to you guys to build companies together. I've started 32 in 17 different industries. Right now, I started something called Epic 99. We're buying successful businesses together where you own 81% and I own 19%. Put up the equity to help you buy the company so that we can move forward on that. Also, if you need a loan for your business, make sure you click in the link down below. We got 12 different programs, over 80 lenders down there. So if you need a business loan, make sure you check that out. It's in the description. Also, get your free stock down there, 12 stock for free that you can check it out. This video is sponsored though by Credit Smart. So I definitely want you to check out their tool. We'll get into why it's important. They were happy enough to sponsor this video, so we'll get into that later. But first, I want to dive into some of the things that you want to look at every 6 months. One of the first things that you'll look at that everybody's got to pay is auto insurance. Seriously, no, I'm not selling insurance. You and I have covered this before, but it bears repeating. You might be paying too much for your auto insurance among so many other items in your life. Have you given any thought to making a transition, I'm asking you this without trying to sound like a Geico commercial where you could save money, but it's essential that you cut back on these expenses. Every 6 months, you should look into your auto insurance policy to make sure that you're getting the best deal on the coverage that you need. Not to mention that if you financed a car or are in a loan, you might want to look at refinancing that loan. Every 6 months, you should take a peek because your credit could improve and you can get a better rate and refinance that out like with a credit union. Simple. This may come as a surprise, but it's actually a very good idea for saving money. If you want to put some money towards paying off that credit card debt, you should relocate maybe your auto insurance and then relocate your loans to get better and better rates. I know banks don't like me to tell them that, but a lot of banks that give you an interest rate, let's say of 7.41%, you come back and refinance that, you can get your rates lowered. Next, you should compose a letter to your creditors, seriously, and I'm going to give you a tool that's going to help you do that with a click of a button. Let's be honest, most of the time, a single mistake here and there are all it takes for your credit score to drop ever so slightly, which is all it takes, one little bit at a time. If you've been on top of your loans and your credit card payments for some time now, but you have missed a few payments due to a shortage in finances, or you have something unpaid, you shouldn't have to take the hit that you do. And in fact, there are tools where you can request where the creditor, for goodwill, could basically remove that from your credit. It's for this reason that writing a letter or calling your creditors would not be a terrible idea. Explain to them that you have been on top of your payments for years, but that you recently made a mistake. That's why they call it goodwill. Instead of making it, quote, forcibly worded, end quote, make it well written. Well, keeping it a friendly tone, you'll be surprised at how far this simple act of friendliness can take you. But we've got a tool where you can do it even simpler than that. Now, if this has all been reported already to your credit report that you have this late payment, don't be too concerned. You can use a service like Credit Smart to request a goodwill correction. This is incredible. It's simple. We're going to dive into that in just a minute with my guest, which is incredible. She's going to show you how to do this. Thank you so much for taking the time with us. This is Jimena Cortez. And she agreed to come on the channel and help us out understand this tool and how to use it. So it's absolutely amazing. Thank you so much for joining us on the channel here.
Hey, well, thank you so much for having me. I'm excited to share this with everybody.
How does this work? How do you get into the tool?
So our tool is smartcredit.com, and we've really built an all-in-one platform. It's really like Andrew was saying, 3 tools in one. And the reason why is we have the credit building, manage your finance all in place, and then we also help protect your. So let's start with the most important part up here, right? If your credit scores is not great or you have points you can gain, you can just literally try the system and see how many points are available to you from the tools that we have. We have 2 ways in which you can build your score. The first and fastest way would be the score boost feature here. And what this is going to do is going to look at your card and your credit utilization, which is over 30% of your score. You can see here that we've mined the data of when every financial institution is going to report to the bureau. So we have you pay 4 days before that happens. And depending on your budget and how much you own, you can kind of move the dial and see, okay, I can pay this much this month. This is how many points I'll get off of each card when I do that and once it reports.
This is something I do. It's a trick also I've taught people is that if you pay off days before it reports, it'll report what's owed on that day. So if you beat the reporting time and you know the reporting time, then you can actually show less utilized debt. So you're actually paying it down before they can report it. So you get the best possible outcome, which is incredible. This is something that most tools don't show you. I think people don't realize how important it is to pay right before it reports. It's like a trade secret. Following that, you need to make payments for a minimum amount of twice per month. This is another tool that I personally use. Even while it will only make a negligible dent in your debt, it will demonstrate to the credit reporting agencies that you are, in fact, paying on a consistent basis. If you're in a true bind, that is an excellent and speedy strategy for raising your credit score. Also, with this tool, you'll be able to figure out when they report your credit, which is super cool. I'll show you that later. If you check your bills, it should tell you the minimum amount that you owe, which varies from $25 to $50, depending on the company. Simply make those payments twice a month, and before you know it, your credit score could improve significantly. And Make sure your payments are being sent before each financial institution reports it to the bureaus so that the lowest balance possible shows when they report it, helping you add points to your credit score faster. So one of these is Score Booster, which is incredible, which shows the pay dates and the point increase depending on the amount paid. This is absolutely incredible. Score Boost is amazing. There are certain websites that will simply pay your bills for you. Indeed, they're without a doubt in the case. Seriously, if you're having trouble making payments on your credit cards this month, you should go to FIONA. Finora. The organization will essentially match your bills with the loan that has the lowest interest rate and could cover your entire amount. This is incredible. Your only responsibility would be to repay the loan, which comes with a more favorable interest rate than the current credit card balance. During difficult times, it is comforting to know that there are individuals out there who are prepared to lend a hand to you. You also have the option to increase your credit limit. Your credit score will drop more the longer you continue to spend more than your available credit and on that credit card. It's likely that you were previously aware of that. Did you know that you can almost always increase the credit limit of your credit card, especially if you're making on-time payments? This will cause your utilization rate to go down, which will cause your credit score to go up. However, you should use caution while doing this. If you've been late on a few payments and your credit score has been going down steadily, a credit reporter might notice that you're trying to raise your credit limit and give you a lower score because of it. So it's something you need to be cognizant of or aware of. I sincerely hope that some of these unconventional, useful secrets could be of use. Your financial independence is my top priority, and improving your credit score is the first step towards reaching that goal. First, get money, leverage it, then invest it. The link is in the description below for that discount for $22.95 for the credit tracker, credit boost, and credit builder, plus that privacy protection, which you can remove from the accounts, as well as $1 million worth of coverage for your entire household. The link is in the description. It's amazing. Check it out. My name's Andrew Cartwright. I hope you enjoyed this video. Take care.